President Sisi inaugurates electricity and energy projects in Upper Egypt. Egypt hosts trilateral meeting on Palestine. And Iran nuclear talks resume with Tehran focused on sanctions relief. Welcome back. The news in details. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi on Monday said, "We are witnessing a new leap into the future," as he was briefed on electricity and power ministry achievements in Upper Egypt during a visit to Aswan. President al-Sisi hailed the Ministry of Electricity's efforts exerted over the recent years, asserting that Egypt aspires to rank among the developed countries in the fields of electrical link, power generation and power distribution.
President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi on Monday said, "We are witnessing a new leap into the future," as he was briefed on electricity and power ministry achievements in Upper Egypt during a visit to Aswan. President Sisi hailed the Ministry of Electricity efforts exerted over the recent years, asserted that Egypt aspires to rank among developed countries in the field of electrical link, power generation and power distribution. The head of the state said celebrating these achievements is meant to assert our keenness on preserving the nation's constructive drive and not just for showing off, adding that citizens have the right to know the huge amount of spending made in the electricity sector. President Sisi's remarks came as he inspected the Bin complex for solar energy, the largest clean power generation complex in the Middle East. Established in partnership with the private sector and in collaboration with the specialized international expertise, Bin is a leading infrastructure facility in Egypt. During his visit to Aswan, the president also inaugurated several national and strategic projects in Upper Egypt in the field of electricity via video conference. For his part, Minister of Electricity Mohammed Shakir said the Bin Clean Power Generation Complex is one of the largest such generators on regional and international levels. Shakir pointed out that production capacity of Bin complex is 1,465 megawatts. The electricity minister also reviewed the ministry's efforts to boost electrical power capacity and overcome shortage all over Upper Egypt. He explained that 12,000 megawatts have been added to the area's grid in a cost of £55 billion within the recent 7 years. The minister said an urgent plan that was adopted for increasing power capacity by accelerating the construction of 3 power stations succeeded in generating 36,000 megawatts in just 8 months and a half in a cost of £47 billion. He described his achievement as unprecedented. Dr. Shakir also added that the Dab'a nuclear power station will be inaugurated in 2028.
President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi on Monday inspected the Gharb Suhail village in Aswan to follow up on the process of developing the village's services in the framework of Hayat Karima presidential initiative. During the tour, President al-Sisi inspected the tourist market where he called on youth to continue supporting tourism. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi on Monday visited the Gharb Suhail village in Aswan, where he was welcomed by the village residents who praised his keenness on visiting the governorate from time to time. The head of state exchanged conversations with several citizens of the Gharb Suhail village. One of the Nubian bands welcomed the president with folklore songs. During those conversations, President al-Sisi promised the village residents to exert the utmost efforts to offer a decent life for the village and its residents and to promote tourism in the governorate. Al-Sisi spoke about the job opportunities in Tushka and asserted that a lot of jobs are available there and a lot of Upper Egypt's youth are needed to work in the new projects in Tushka al-Khir. He urged Upper Egyptian youth to head to the new projects in Tushka and not to stick to their homes. Sisi also tackled the process of developing the village's services in the framework of Hayya Karima presidential initiative, vowing to build new health and education facilities. During the tour, President Sisi inspected the tourist market where he called on youth to continue supporting tourism. The head of state praised the hospitality of Il Nuba residents, pointing out that the government is keen to supply all public services to the whole governorate. Sisi was keen to meet several residents of Gharb Suhail village, where he had lunch with them. At the end of his visit, the president invited child Jenna, who received him in Kiki Island, and child Sajid to attend the 4th edition of the World Youth Forum, which will be held in Sharm el-Sheikh next January. Egyptian, Jordanian and Palestinian top officials met in Cairo on Monday to follow up on the September tripartite summit aimed at reviving the stalled Palestinian-Israeli peace process and strengthening a ceasefire that halted the Israel-Hamas war. A statement by the Foreign Ministry said the meeting discussed ways to enhance relations and developments related to the peace process, efforts to consolidate Palestinian unity, and assess field conditions in the state of Palestine in light of the continuation of illegal measures that undermine the chances of achieving a just peace. On September 3rd, President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, King Abdullah II of Jordan, and the President of the Palestinian Authority, Mahmoud Abbas, discussed the elusive two-state solution to the conflict with Israel. The three leaders said the Palestinians have a right to an independent state with East Jerusalem as its capital. The Arab League on Monday said Israeli occupation authorities should put an end to measures meant to force urban and demographic changes in the occupied Golan Heights. A statement described Israeli government decision to double the number of Jewish settlers in the occupied Syrian territory within 5 years as a violation of international law. On Sunday, the Israeli cabinet approved a blueprint plan to build some 7,300 housing units in Katzrin, Israel's main settlement in the Golan Heights, and in smaller Jewish communities. Israel annexed the 1,200 square kilometer Golan Heights in 1981, a move that was not recognized by the international community. Welcome back. Egypt's stock indices collectively slid in the trading session on Monday after being affected by profit-making selling operations of shares in different categories. The benchmark EGX 30 index slid by 0.05%. The EGX 70 index for small and medium businesses also slid by 0.9%. And the broader EGX 100 index went down by 0.78%. After all indices slid by sales of investors, the market capitalization lost to close at 749.96 billion amid transactions of about 2.3 billion pounds.